Huli Huli is, I mean, technically in Hawaiian is to turn. It's just Hawaii's version of rotisserie chicken.
But you really want to get that sugar caramelization. And to me, that's what makes a good huli chicken, right? Moist, not dry.
Crispy, juicy, and tender. It has to be that way. When he cuts the chicken and he goes on the plate, we need to see the juices come out.
It's just been a roadside dish for many generations.
ʻONO, Hawaii's food culture, sponsored by Hawaii Gas and Aloha State Daily.
Can we get a whole chicken cut up?
Yeah, cut up, okay. Anything else?
Rice and coleslaw, obviously.
And a rice and a coleslaw. You have to keep a consistent heat. That's pretty much it. Like, we kind of monitor by hand.
It's a typical Saturday on Oahu's North Shore. Here, hungry customers line up for Ray's signature Huli Huli chicken.
My dad built a wagon. Before we used to haul trailers out, but he bought a wagon and created a pull-out grill, and now it's like a lunch wagon where we can cook like this. So we'll do events when we're asked to, or fundraisers more out, just smaller ones. So
Yeah, we started in Kona.
1984.
We did a little fundraising out in Kona.
Growing up, he always told me, he would tell me, I didn't believe him. He was like, you're gonna run the business. I was in my 20s when he said this, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think I want AC and, you know, a regular job, but he called it, and I love it. It's like a way of life, not really a job. It's kind of like our life.
Every culture has chicken of some form, and every culture has a way of making chicken. So, you know, when you come to Hawaii as a tourist, it seems familiar. Like, oh, here's a chicken I haven't had yet. So I want to try it.
In Hawaiian, huli means to turn or flip over. The persistent motion ensures an even cook and tender meat.
So my understanding, you know, is huli huli means to flip over, right? So there's this constant motion of flipping over.
We season it before, like the day before, just because it has to move so quickly. But his recipe, we can just literally sprinkle it on right before we cook, which was what you could do, and then it goes onto the fire, but it's basically the fire that is the real process of it all. Crispy, juicy, and tender. It has to be that way. When he cuts the chicken and he goes on the plate, we need to see the juices come out. We need to see it coming off on the skin, on the table, you know.
Eating that huli huli chicken, eating that marinade of shoyu and chili water, a little chili pepper, honey, ketchup, brown sugar. If you do it at a low heat, you're getting a little bit of burn, a little bit of char, but you really want to get that sugar caramelization. And to me, that's what makes a good huli chicken, right? Moist, not dry. And it's great, you know. To me, that's what huli huli chicken is.
The first rod on the right is the one we threw on first, and the fire was really hot, so the skin got really crispy, so Richard moved it to the far side where it's a lot cooler. And we're in Hakipu'u Valley. It's a small ahupua'a on the windward side. My family's owned property out here for 40-something years now, and we haven't done huli chicken for a really long time.
For Nick and his family, Huli Huli chicken is a new business venture.
Yeah, so the original property is actually Coral Kingdom. Huli Huli chicken is our staple, and which is why we kind of rebranded and named it Yummy Huli Huli Chicken, separated the restaurant from like the whole retail. And the recipe of the chicken has sort of refined over the years, and it's finally gotten to the point where we're really confident with it this past year. So this is like my mom's like take and recipe, and it's something I grew up with, and a lot of the people on this part of the island grew up with. So huli huli chicken is just really good in general. Like rotisserie chicken is hard to beat. On average in a day, we probably pump 300 chickens out in a day, and on busy days, it can go up to maybe 500.
Serving hundreds of chickens every day is not an easy task.
From the wood all the way to the marination process, and then to the dry rub, and then getting it on the grill, it's a really complex process. So we defrost the chickens overnight, and we have the defrosted chickens cleaned, gutted, and prepped and ready to go for the marinade. What Franz is doing right now is he's butterfly cutting it right down the chest. Most importantly though, it's when we throw the marinade inside, it kind of gets inside of the body of the chicken too when it's filleted and cut open. So all the filet chickens that we have, we'll marinate it overnight in these buckets, about 50 chickens each. And we kind of let it soak for 24 hours. And then the next morning, we get it ready for our dry rub. We have maybe 5 or 6 rods that we run every day. We pin the body of the chicken onto the rod, and we snap the legs and wings on with these pinning rods. When we swing it over to the grill, it's sort of now just musical chairs. We're just playing with the fire, the strength of the heat.
Huli Huli chicken is all about low and slow. You know, you can't get flare-ups, you cannot get hot spots because you dry out the chicken. You get flare-ups, you're burning the chicken, you're burning the sugars. You want that sugar to slowly caramelize. That's the key part, right? So you gotta go low and slow. The good food takes time, and that's, you know, it's always gonna be that way.
It's hard to do. You can't quite get that same texture and flavor in an oven, right? You still have that smoky flavor from the firewood and everything. But yeah, it's a very unique process, especially when rotisserie is done with firewood.
You want to try one? Okay. Do you want the 2-ounce or the 4-ounce sauce? The 4-ounce. Okay.
Huli Huli chicken, to me, is synonymous with fundraising, right? This is before Zippy's Chili Tickets or Rico Bakery or anything like that. And to me, that's part of our DNA about uniquely Hawaiian, uniquely Hawaii.
How's it guys going? Yeah? Easy? Easy? This is a fundraiser for a baseball team, and you do a fundraiser, we'll ask you to help us out, but normally there's not this many people that come out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. They'll call it on this side, okay? Thanks. Good to see you.
Huli Huli chicken is a timeless tradition that continues to bring friends and family together. Prepared with love and care, Huli Huli chicken holds a special place in the heart of Hawaii's food culture.
We like helping people. We like watching the kids like, oh, we went to so-and-so and we won the championship, and they're stoked, and like we help them get there. People were like, hope you never leave. And then like they were like, I hope you don't ever stop cooking chicken. And that makes us feel like getting up every day and like, okay, get it done. And a lot of times we'll see like the same people every weekend, and it feels good. It's a great job.